Hey everybody, it's Mr. Dunphy. This will be brief. I just want to take a look at a couple things with you now that you've finished the DBQ. We're about to. I'm doing this on Friday, but you won't see it till tomorrow on Saturday. To kind of prepare us for Monday. All right. Well, we'll go over some things related to this DBQ and hopefully answer and clarify a lot of questions you guys probably have. So the main question here was, in what ways did the ideas and values held by Puritans influence the political, economic, and social development of the New England colonies from 1630 through the 1660s? All right, so really want to be careful there. It's not just about the Puritans. Sorry, it's about their impact, right? Their beliefs and their beliefs' impact on these other colonies, the creation of those other colonies in New England. So we have a couple of premier examples, like Connecticut, for example, right, Rhode Island, and so on and so forth. This is just a couple slides, right? So the purpose here is to address Puritan ideas and values and their influences on the political, social, and economic development of these other colonies. Okay, I'm clear on that. So a few things I've picked out, just from looking at a few that have already been submitted. It's the following. These are common to all of them, so it's something that we're probably all going to be guilty of, something that I definitely had a problem with when I was, so these are things that I had a problem with when I was a kid and I took this class, and we want to really be careful about. So let me explain, right? You have three things here, right? The essay called Not Just for Analysis of Puritanism in Massachusetts Bay, but its influence. So again, if you're just going to be descriptive of what Puritanism is and about New England, about Massachusetts Bay, you're going to be in trouble because you're not addressing the entire text, okay? Don't overquote. I'm already seeing these long strings of quotes. I wouldn't quote it all, at all, okay? To be quite honest with you. If you're quote unquote one word, you're going to somehow, in a more sophisticated way, a little style to your writing, and a little style to your writing, you're going to add a quote just to kind of finish off a sentence or something. We don't need these big blocks of quotes. You don't want to do that, ever, okay? And finally, don't conflate. And what I mean by conflate is don't assume the two things are actually one thing. You know, there's social and there's political, okay? If it's the two together, it's socio-political, and there could be some interrelated elements to those two things, but, you know, balance it out, right? Give treatment to the social aspects of things and give treatment to the political aspects of things, and of course the economic, right? Give an even, balanced treatment of these things. Don't combine all of them into one thing, all right? So, you know, we can talk more about that, but that is this word conflate you'll see a lot this year, guys, because it's usually a criticism that the AP, the College Board, has with a lot of student essays, okay? So I pulled up, and we're going to look at a lot of the this type of stuff the College Board puts out and related to their essays, but this was, and I'll put this on Edmodo so you can read the whole thing when you have time, but these are the thoughts of the chief reader, okay, at a table of readers where they grade our essays. There'll be the readers and there'll be a chief reader, and this is the person who's, after reading how many, I don't know, probably hundreds of these essays, this was his advice, okay, to teachers like me to help you guys and of course the students, all right? So just to kind of give you an example, right, teach students to use the main idea of a document in support of their thesis, and to place the document in historical context using relevant supporting information from the outside information, for example. So these are really, really good tips, all right? And just to show you a couple things that you probably would have loved to have before you had to write the essay, okay, is, you know, here for question 1, College Board puts out some really great information for outside information or potential outside information. So actually, if you go here, these are all different, you know, details, they're facts, all these different things that could help you in those supporting areas of your thoughts and your thesis and your essay that are outside information. So, you know, you'll look at this list on Monday, and, you know, one thing you might want to take a look at is, you know, what things did you include, what things could you have included, and again, you're not going to include everything, so, you know, I want to be really clear that I don't want to overwhelm you with all these different things, but it's really, you know, there's going to be some obvious things that you forgot. There's going to be other things that you said, I don't know what this is. There's some things in here, guys, I had to remind myself about, so there's a lot involved, okay? And then you get into some things for each of the documents, okay? These are some general thoughts on Puritan beliefs and values. I mean, It gets into some of the philosophy there, some of the things we have described in class, something you guys know a little bit about from the Puritan dilemma excerpt, right, the read aloud we did last week. But then you get into each question, right? So each question is broken down. What information can you gather from the document? What is potential outside information from the document? And then some inferences you can make. Things you can take away from the document, which is what the chief reader was intimating before when discussing some of the advice that he had. All right, so I'm actually going to leave you with that. I'm going to upload the PowerPoint. I'll upload this Prezi, my thoughts, the short one, the screencast, excuse me, the short one this time. But don't stress yourself out, guys. Hopefully you didn't, because you're going to see this on Saturday. In doing this first essay, it's a learning experience for us all. All right, and we'll get through this. All right, so let me have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday.